I am effortlessly blessed. Written and published by Audiobooks. Divine favor flows to those who expect miracle. Divine favor is not a distant concept reserved for a chosen few. It's a natural force that responds to our expectations and beliefs. When we align ourselves with the possibility of miracles, we create an opening for extraordinary blessings to flow into our lives. This alignment begins with a simple yet profound shift in consciousness, expecting the miraculous to become our daily reality. The universe operates on principles of abundance and generosity, constantly seeking ways to shower us with blessings. However, our ability to receive these gifts often depends on our willingness to believe in their possibility. When we approach each day with an expectation of miracles, we tune our awareness to recognize and receive the countless ways divine favor manifests in our lives. Think of divine favor as a perpetually flowing stream. It doesn't start and stop based on our worthiness or actions. It's always present, always moving, always available. Our role is simply to step into this stream with open hearts and minds, ready to receive what's already being offered. This receptivity comes from cultivating a deep inner knowing that miracles are not only possible, but natural and inevitable. The expectation of miracles creates a magnetic field around us that attracts divine favor. This isn't about passive waiting or magical thinking. It's about maintaining an active state of positive anticipation while going about our daily lives. When we expect miracles, we begin to notice the extraordinary within the ordinary, the magical within the mundane. This miracle consciousness transforms how we interpret and experience life's events. What others might dismiss as coincidence, we recognize as divine orchestration. What might seem like random good fortune, we understand as the natural expression of universal favor. This shift in perspective doesn't just change how we see things, it changes what we allow ourselves to receive. Divine favor flows most freely when we release the need to control how miracles should appear. Often the universe has far greater plans for us than we could imagine for ourselves. By maintaining an open and expectant heart, we allow blessings to arrive in unexpected and delightful ways. This requires trust in the process and faith in the perfection of divine timing. Practicing miracle consciousness involves cultivating gratitude for both small and large blessings. Each expression of divine favor, whether subtle or dramatic, reinforces our trust in the universe's abundant nature. As we acknowledge and appreciate these gifts, we create more space for additional miracles to manifest. The key to sustaining this flow of divine favor lies in maintaining consistency in our expectations. Just as we don't question whether the sun will rise each morning, we can develop an unshakable confidence in the constant presence of miraculous possibilities. The steady expectation becomes a powerful force that shapes our reality and attracts ever-increasing blessings. Remember that divine favor seeks expression through all aspects of life: relationships, career, health, creativity, and personal growth. By expecting miracles in every area, we open multiple channels for blessings to flow. This comprehensive approach to miracle consciousness creates a rich tapestry of divine support that enhances our entire life experience. As you embrace this truth of constant divine favor, allow yourself to release any past conditioning that suggests miracles are rare or reserved for others. You are a natural recipient of universal blessings, and your expectation of miracles is itself a powerful act of alignment with this truth. Let each day be an adventure in discovering new ways that divine favor expresses itself in your life, knowing that the universe delights in exceeding your expectations and surprising you with its generosity. Blessings seek you when you believe you're chosen. There's a profound shift that occurs when you embrace the truth that you are divinely chosen. This isn't about spiritual superiority or special privileges. It's about recognizing your inherent connection to the infinite source of all blessings. When you truly understand that you were chosen before you took your first breath, your entire perspective on life transforms. The universe operates through attraction, and your belief in being chosen acts as a powerful magnetic force. Like a lighthouse beckoning ships to safe harbor, your conviction in your chosen status draws blessings naturally toward you. This isn't about forcing or struggling. It's about allowing yourself to be found by the good that's already seeking you. Many people struggle with accepting their chosen status because they've internalized messages of unworthiness. They believe they must earn every blessing, prove their worth, or compete for divine favor. But consider this. Does a flower need to prove it deserves sunlight? Does a bird need to justify its right to soar? Your chosenness is as natural as these divine expressions of life. The chosen mindset isn't about ego or superiority. It's about alignment with truth. When you understand that being chosen is your natural state, you stop pushing against the flow of blessings. You begin to notice how life conspires to support you, how doors open unexpectedly, and how perfect opportunities arise at just the right moment. Living as one who is chosen means maintaining an inner knowing that transcends external circumstances. Even when faced with challenges, you remain anchored in the truth that you are divinely selected for blessing. This unwavering belief creates a field of positive expectancy that attracts favorable circumstances and transformative experiences. Think of yourself as a divine appointment that the universe has been waiting to keep. Every blessing has your name on it. Every opportunity is marked for your attention, and every gift is specifically designed for your journey. This isn't random chance. It's the natural outcome of your chosen status. Your role isn't to make blessings happen, but to be available for them. This means maintaining an open heart and receptive spirit. It means releasing doubt and resistance that might block the flow of good seeking to reach you. When you trust in your chosen status, you naturally align with the abundance that's already moving toward you. The universe doesn't play favorites, but it does respond to consciousness. When you vibrate at the frequency of being chosen, you naturally attract experiences that confirm this truth. It's like tuning a radio to the station you want to hear. When you're aligned with the frequency of divine selection, you receive its broadcast clearly and consistently. Being chosen means you're never alone in your journey. There's a divine presence actively working on your behalf, orchestrating circumstances for your highest good. This truth removes the burden of trying to make things happen through sheer force of will. Instead, you can relax into the flow of grace that naturally seeks those who know they're chosen. Remember that your chosen status isn't dependent on performance, background, or circumstances. It's your birthright, as natural as breathing. When you fully embrace this truth, you'll notice how blessings begin to chase you down, how opportunities multiply, and how life seems to conspire in your favor. This is the power of living from the chosen mindset, not as something to achieve, but as something to accept and allow. Your acceptance of being chosen creates ripples that affect everything in your life. Relationships improve, opportunities expand, and synchronicities increase. This isn't because you've suddenly become more worthy. It's because you've aligned with the truth that was always there. You are chosen, you are blessed, and the universe is constantly seeking ways to demonstrate this truth to you. Grace multiplies for those who rest in worthiness. Grace flows effortlessly when we finally understand and accept our inherent worthiness. This divine force multiplies naturally when we stop struggling to prove ourselves and simply rest in the truth of who we are. Like a gentle stream that becomes a mighty river, grace expands in proportion to our willingness to receive it. Many of us have spent years believing we need to earn every blessing, work for every reward, and prove ourselves worthy of love and abundance. This exhausting mindset creates resistance to the very grace that seeks to enrich our lives. When we operate from a place of unworthiness, we unconsciously block the natural flow of divine blessings that are our birthright. Consider how a flower doesn't strive to be worthy of sunlight. It simply opens its petals and receives. Similarly, Grace multiplies most powerfully when we release the need to prove ourselves and instead allow ourselves to be divinely nourished. This state of receptivity isn't passive. It's a profound recognition of our natural connection to source energy. The multiplication of grace operates through a spiritual principle. What we rest in expands. When we rest in worthiness, we create an energetic foundation that attracts more blessings. It's like placing a crystal in sunlight. The light doesn't just hit the crystal, it refracts and multiplies, creating countless rainbow patterns. Our worthiness works the same way, amplifying the grace that touches our lives. This multiplication effect becomes evident in all areas of life. Relationships deepen effortlessly when we no longer feel we need to earn love. Professional opportunities arise naturally when we trust in our inherent value. Financial abundance flows more freely when we believe we deserve prosperity. Even our creativity expands when we release the pressure to prove our artistic worth. The key to experiencing this multiplication of grace lies in shifting from doing to being. Instead of constantly trying to become worthy, we acknowledge that worthiness is our natural state. This shift might feel uncomfortable at first, like learning to float in water after years of frantically swimming. But just as floating requires less effort than swimming, resting in worthiness takes less energy than constantly striving to earn it. Living in this state of grace requires us to challenge old beliefs about worthiness. These might include thoughts like I need to achieve more, to be valuable, or I must be perfect to deserve blessings. As we gently release these limiting beliefs, we create space for grace to multiply naturally in our lives. The practice of resting in worthiness becomes easier when we observe nature. Every sunset is worthy of its splendor without effort. Every star shines by simply being itself. Every star shines by simply being itself. Every wave in the ocean contributes to the whole without questioning its value. We are no different. Our worthiness is as natural as the turning of the earth. Grace multiplies most powerfully in the quiet moments of self-acceptance. When we catch ourselves in self-judgment, we can choose to return to this place of rest. When we feel the urge to prove our worth, we can remember that we are already worthy. When we notice ourselves striving for grace, we can simply open our hearts to receive it. This multiplication of grace creates a beautiful cycle. As we rest more deeply in our worthiness, we naturally attract more blessings. As we receive more blessings, our trust in our worthiness grows stronger. This upward spiral of grace continues to expand, touching not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us, creating a ripple effect of divine favor that extends far beyond our immediate experience. The universe responds to this state of restful worthiness by showering us with increasingly abundant blessings. Like a mother who delights in giving to a child who openly receives her love, the divine source of all grace takes joy in our acceptance of its gifts. The more we rest in this truth, the more grace multiplies in our lives, creating an ever-expanding experience of effortless blessing. The universe delights in surprising the expectant. Life becomes magical when we understand that the universe takes immense pleasure in surprising those who maintain an attitude of joyful expectancy. This divine delight in catching us off guard with unexpected blessings is woven into the very fabric of existence. When we approach each day with wonder and anticipation, we create the perfect conditions for miraculous surprises to unfold. The universe operates through a profound sense of playfulness and joy. Just as a loving parent derives great satisfaction from surprising their child with unexpected gifts, the universe delights in orchestrating serendipitous moments that leave us in awe. These surprises often come in forms we never could have imagined, proving that divine creativity far exceeds our limited human expectations. Maintaining positive expectancy doesn't mean attempting to control or dictate how blessings should appear. Instead, it involves cultivating a state of open-hearted readiness to receive whatever gifts the universe has in store. This receptive attitude creates an energetic invitation for delightful surprises to enter our lives. When we release rigid expectations about how good things should manifest, we allow the universe to exceed our wildest dreams in ways that often leave us breathless with gratitude. The art of receiving divine surprises requires us to remain present and aware. Many people miss the magical moments orchestrated by the universe because they're too focused on their problems or too busy to notice the extraordinary within the ordinary. Every day contains countless opportunities for wonder and delight, from unexpected encounters that lead to amazing opportunities to small synchronicities that remind us we're divinely guided. Through countless experiences, those who maintain an expectant heart discover that the universe has an incredible sense of timing and humor. Sometimes the most challenging situations transform into our greatest blessings, revealing the playful wisdom behind divine orchestration. What initially appears as an obstacle or delay often sets the stage for an even more magnificent surprise than we could have imagined. Living in expectation of divine surprises transforms our entire experience of reality. We begin to approach each day as an adventure, knowing that wonderful, unexpected gifts await discovery. This mindset shift creates a positive feedback loop. The more we notice and appreciate the universe's surprises, the more frequently they seem to appear in our lives. The universe particularly delights in surpassing our expectations when we've released attachment to specific outcomes. It's in these moments of surrender and trust that we create space for truly extraordinary surprises to manifest. By maintaining an attitude of curious anticipation, while releasing the need to control how blessings arrive, we position ourselves to receive gifts beyond our imagination. Divine surprises often cascade into our lives through seemingly random events that later reveal their perfect orchestration. A chance meeting leads to a life-changing opportunity. A wrong turn results in discovering exactly what we needed. A temporary setback creates space for something far better to emerge. The universe delights in showing us how every detail of our lives is woven into a magnificent tapestry of blessing. This divine pleasure in surprising us speaks to the fundamentally benevolent nature of the universe. We are loved beyond measure by a force that actively seeks opportunities to shower us with unexpected gifts and delights. By maintaining positive expectancy and an attitude of wonder, we align ourselves with this flow of perpetual blessing. Each surprise becomes a love note from the universe, reminding us that we are cherished beyond measure and that life is inherently good. The joy of living in positive expectancy is that every moment holds the potential for a divine surprise. Today could be the day when an unexpected blessing transforms your life in wonderful ways. By staying open, aware, and grateful, you create the perfect conditions for the universe to delight you with its infinite creativity and love. Your willingness to be surprised becomes an invitation for magic to unfold in ever more wonderful ways. Abundance chases those who know they're blessed. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to attract good fortune effortlessly? They appear to live in a constant state of flow where opportunities, resources, and blessings naturally gravitate toward them. This isn't merely coincidence or luck. It's a direct result of their deep knowing that they are blessed beings worthy of abundance. When you truly know and feel in your bones that you are blessed, you create an energetic signature that abundance cannot resist. Like a magnetic force field, your certainty draws prosperity toward you. This isn't about merely thinking positive thoughts or repeating affirmations. It's about embodying the truth that abundance is your natural state. The universe operates on the principle of divine pursuit, meaning that blessings are actually seeking you out. Most people spend their lives chasing after abundance, but the secret is to position yourself as one who is already blessed and allow abundance to chase you. This subtle shift in perspective changes everything. When you know you're blessed, you stop pushing and striving, instead adopting a relaxed receptivity that allows good fortune to find you. Think of yourself as a blessing magnet, naturally attracting positive experiences, opportunities, and resources. This isn't about ego or entitlement. It's about aligning with the natural flow of universal abundance. Just as plants naturally grow towards sunlight, abundance naturally flows toward those who recognize their blessed nature. Living in the abundance zone means maintaining a state of grateful expectancy. You're not surprised when good things happen because you know they're meant for you. This doesn't mean you become passive. Rather, you take inspired action from a place of knowing rather than neediness. Your actions become celebrations of your blessed state, rather than desperate attempts to create it. One of the biggest blocks to receiving abundance is resistance. The subtle ways we push away blessings because we don't feel worthy or don't trust the process. When you truly know you're blessed, these resistance patterns naturally dissolve. You become like a clean channel through which abundance can freely flow. Your job isn't to make abundance happen, but to allow it to reach you by maintaining your knowing. This blessed consciousness creates a positive feedback loop. As you recognize and appreciate the abundance already in your life, you generate more evidence of being blessed, which strengthens your knowing, which then attracts more abundance. It's a self-reinforcing cycle of divine favor. The key is to maintain this blessed awareness regardless of external circumstances. Even in challenging times, you can choose to see yourself as blessed and trust that abundance is still pursuing you. This unwavering knowing becomes your superpower, transforming obstacles into opportunities and delays into perfect timing. Practice seeing yourself as someone for whom abundance is natural and inevitable. Release the struggle of trying to make things happen, and instead allow yourself to be found by the blessings already seeking you. Let go of how abundance should look, or when it should arrive. Your knowing is enough to activate the law of divine pursuit. Remember that abundance isn't just about material wealth. It includes love, joy, peace, health, creativity, and all forms of prosperity. When you know you're blessed, you become a natural conduit for all these expressions of abundance. Your presence becomes a blessing to others as the abundance flowing through you naturally overflows to those around you. Start living today as someone who knows they are blessed beyond measure. Watch how this simple but powerful knowing transforms your experience of life. Abundance is already chasing you. Your only task is to stop running and allow yourself to be caught by the infinite blessings that are your divine inheritance. Your natural state is being divinely favored. From the moment you were conceived, divine favor has been woven into the very fabric of your being. This isn't something you need to earn or achieve. Just as a fish naturally swims in water, you naturally exist in a state of divine favor. This truth may feel foreign if you've spent years believing otherwise, but your belief doesn't change the fundamental reality of your divine design. Consider how a rose doesn't struggle to be beautiful or question its right to bloom. It simply expresses its natural state of being. Similarly, divine favor flows through you effortlessly when you align with your true nature. You were created to be blessed, to experience abundance, and to live in a constant state of grace. This isn't spiritual theory. It's the practical reality of your existence. Many people block their natural flow of blessings by believing they must work hard to deserve good things. This belief creates resistance to the very favor that's trying to reach them. Imagine trying to swim upstream when the current is designed to carry you effortlessly toward your destination. That's what happens when we fight against our natural state of being divinely favored. Living in alignment with favor means recognizing and accepting that blessings are your birthright. When you wake up each morning, you're already in a state of grace. The sun doesn't ask permission to shine on you, and neither should you question your worthiness to receive life's gifts. Every breath you take is evidence of the divine favor that sustains you. The universe operates through you, not to you, or at you. You're an integral part of its magnificent expression. When you understand this, you stop seeing yourself as separate from the flow of good things. Instead, you recognize that you're the channel through which divine favor naturally expresses itself. This understanding transforms how you move through the world. Removing blocks to natural blessings involves releasing old stories about struggle and unworthiness. These stories are like dams that prevent the river of favor from flowing freely in your life. As you let go of these limiting beliefs, you'll notice how effortlessly good things begin to appear. It's not that the blessings weren't there before. You've simply removed the obstacles that were preventing you from experiencing them. The flow of divine grace is constant and unchanging. It's not affected by your mood, circumstances, or past actions. Just as gravity doesn't decide whether or not to work based on your worthiness, divine favor continues to operate regardless of your conscious awareness of it. Your role is simply to acknowledge and align with this natural state of being. This alignment happens through gentle acceptance rather than forced effort. It's about relaxing into who you truly are rather than striving to become something different. When you stop resisting your natural state of being divinely favored, life becomes more effortless. Opportunities appear without struggle, relationships flourish without manipulation, and abundance flows without strain. Living as someone who is divinely favored means walking through life with quiet confidence, not the kind of confidence that needs to announce itself, but the peaceful assurance that comes from knowing who you are. It's similar to how you don't need to remind yourself to breathe. It happens naturally because it's part of your design. Your natural state of being divinely favored includes everyone and everything in your life. As you embrace this truth, you'll notice how your presence automatically uplifts others. Your recognition of favor creates a field of positive expectancy that influences everything around you. You become a walking reminder of the natural state of grace that is available to all. Remember, you don't need to prove your worth or earn your place in the universe. Divine favor is your natural state of being, as essential to who you are as your DNA. As you embrace this truth, you'll find yourself flowing with life rather than against it, receiving blessings with grace rather than resistance, and experiencing the joy that comes from living in alignment with your divine design. Miracles become normal when you expect them. The extraordinary becomes ordinary when we shift our perception of what's possible. Miracles aren't rare occurrences reserved for special occasions or select individuals. They're the natural unfolding of divine grace in our daily lives. When we expect miracles, we tune our awareness to recognize countless ways the universe conspires to bless us every single moment. Consider how a child views the world. Everything is magical and filled with wonder. A butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, a seed sprouting into a plant, or the sun painting the sky in brilliant colors at sunset, are all everyday miracles that we often take for granted. By reclaiming this childlike sense of wonder and combining it with conscious awareness, we begin to see that miracles aren't breaking the laws of nature. They are the laws of nature in action. The key to normalizing miracles lies in our expectation. When we wake up each morning anticipating miraculous occurrences, we prime our consciousness to notice the extraordinary within the ordinary. That unexpected phone call that brings exactly what you needed to hear, the perfect parking spot that opens up just as you arrive, or the chance encounter that leads to an amazing opportunity. These aren't coincidences, but rather confirmations of the miraculous nature of life. Our minds are powerful filters of reality. What we expect to see becomes what we experience. By consciously choosing to expect miracles, we're adjusting our mental filters to allow more wonder and magic into our awareness. This isn't about forcing ourselves to see what isn't there, but rather opening our eyes to what has always been present but previously overlooked. Living in a state of miracle-mindedness doesn't mean denying life's challenges or difficulties. Instead, it means maintaining an unwavering trust that even within these challenges, miracles are at work. Sometimes the greatest miracles come disguised as obstacles or setbacks. only to reveal their blessing nature as time unfolds. This perspective allows us to maintain peace and positive expectation, even when circumstances appear less than ideal. The practice of normalizing miracles involves cultivating a state of perpetual wonder and gratitude. Each breath is a miracle of life. Each heartbeat is a testament to divine intelligence at work. Each moment contains infinite possibilities for grace to manifest in unexpected ways. By acknowledging these constant miracles, we create an energetic frequency that attracts even more miraculous experiences into our lives. As we embrace this miracle-minded way of living, we notice that synchronicities increase, divine timing becomes more apparent, and life seems to flow with greater ease and grace. What once seemed impossible becomes probable, and what was probable becomes certain. Our faith grows stronger with each miraculous confirmation, creating a beautiful cycle of expectation and manifestation. The universe delights in surprising those who maintain this state of positive expectancy. It's as if life itself conspires to exceed our expectations when we approach each day with wonder and trust. The more we acknowledge and appreciate the miracles in our lives, the more frequently they appear, until living in a state of constant miraculous awareness becomes our new normal. This shifted perspective transforms our entire life experience. Everyday situations become opportunities for divine intervention, ordinary moments become sacred, and we find ourselves living in a state of perpetual awe at the magnificence of life. When miracles become our normal expectation, we align with the natural flow of universal abundance and grace, making way for even greater wonders to unfold. Remember that you don't have to earn or deserve miracles. They are your divine birthright. By expecting them as a natural part of your daily experience, you're simply aligning with the truth of your blessed nature and the universe's constant desire to shower you with gifts of grace. The universe conspires to exceed your dreams. Have you ever noticed how life sometimes delivers experiences far more magnificent than anything you could have imagined? This is no accident. The universe operates as a loving conspiracy, constantly working behind the scenes to orchestrate circumstances that surpass your wildest dreams. When you align with this truth, you tap into an infinite field of possibilities where your desires are not just met, they're exceeded. Think of the universe as an expert party planner who knows exactly what will bring you joy. Even before you do, it delights in creating scenarios that make you gasp with wonder and appreciation. This divine conspiracy works tirelessly on your behalf, weaving together people, circumstances, and opportunities in ways that serve your highest good. The key to activating this cosmic collaboration lies in your willingness to dream while simultaneously releasing attachment to how those dreams manifest. When you share your desires with the universe and then step back in trust, you create space for magic to unfold. The universe often has far grander plans than our limited human perspective can envision. Consider how a seed contains within it the blueprint for an entire tree, yet the magnificence of the fully grown tree far exceeds what one might imagine when looking at the tiny seed. Your dreams work the same way. They contain the essence of what you desire, but the universe knows how to expand and enhance them in ways that serve not just you, but the greater good of all. This divine conspiracy operates through synchronicities, coincidences, and what some might call lucky breaks. Yet these aren't random occurrences. They're carefully orchestrated moments designed to guide you toward your highest path. The universe delights in surprising you with gifts that you think, "This is even better than what I asked for." One of the most powerful ways to work with this universal conspiracy is to maintain an attitude of excited anticipation while remaining open to possibilities you haven't even considered. Instead of limiting yourself to specific outcomes, adopt the perspective that something even more wonderful than you can imagine is making its way to you. This attitude of openness allows the universe to work its magic without the constraints of your preconceived notions. The universe's conspiracy in your favor often works through other people, seemingly chance encounters, and unexpected opportunities. That person you randomly met who turned out to be exactly who you needed to know. That wrong turn that led you to a perfect discovery. That delayed flight that resulted in a life-changing conversation. These are all examples of the universe, exceeding your dreams in ways you couldn't have planned. Remember that this conspiracy operates on divine timing, which may not always align with your desired timeline. Sometimes what appears to be a setback or delay is actually the universe setting up something far more magnificent than what you originally envisioned. Trust that every experience, even the challenging ones, is part of this grand conspiracy to exceed your dreams. As you embrace this truth, you'll begin to notice more and more evidence of the universe working in your favor. Keep a dream journal and regularly revisit it to observe how reality often unfolds in ways far more beautiful and complex than your original visions. This practice builds your faith in the universe's ability to surprise and delight you. The universe's conspiracy to exceed your dreams is always active, whether you're aware of it or not. By consciously aligning with this truth and maintaining an attitude of joyful expectation, you become a more active participant in this divine collaboration. Allow yourself to dream big while knowing that the universe dreams even bigger for you. Your role is simply to remain open, trusting, and ready to receive the magnificent surprises that await you. Blessings accelerate for those who trust life. Trust is the master key that unlocks the floodgates of divine blessings. When we deeply trust in life's inherent goodness, we create an energetic environment where blessings naturally accelerate. This acceleration isn't about forcing or manipulating outcomes. Rather, it's about aligning with the natural flow of divine grace that's always moving in our favor. Living in trust means releasing the need to control every aspect of our journey. It's about understanding that the universe operates with perfect wisdom even when circumstances appear challenging on the surface. This trust acts as a magnetic force, drawing forth blessings at an increasingly rapid pace. As we lean into trust, we discover that life has been orchestrating beautiful outcomes all along. The acceleration of blessings occurs naturally when we stop resisting what is and start embracing what's unfolding. Think of it like swimming with the current instead of against it. When we trust life's flow, we conserve energy previously spent on worry and control, allowing that energy to be redirected toward receiving more good. This creates a positive spiral where trust breeds more blessings, which in turn deepens our trust. Our relationship with trust directly impacts the speed and magnitude of blessings we experience. Those who approach life with skepticism and fear often find their blessings arriving in small, cautious increments. However, those who trust boldly and completely often experience avalanches of good fortune, as if the universe is responding to their faith with equal enthusiasm. The art of trusting life requires us to release our attachment to how blessings should appear. Sometimes what initially seems like a setback reveals itself as a profound blessing in disguise. Trust allows us to remain open to receiving good in unexpected packages, knowing that divine wisdom often exceeds our limited human perspective. When we trust life completely, we enter a state of divine flow, where synchronicities become commonplace and miracles manifest with increasing frequency. This isn't because the universe suddenly started favoring us more, but because our trust allowed us to recognize and receive the blessings that were always available. Trust acts as a lens through which we can clearly see the abundance that surrounds us. The acceleration of blessings also comes from the ripple effect of trust. As we trust more deeply, we naturally inspire others to do the same. This creates a collective field of trust that magnifies the flow of good for everyone involved. Our individual trust becomes part of a larger tapestry of faith that draws forth greater blessings for the whole. Living in trust doesn't mean we become passive observers of life. Instead, we become active participants who move forward with confidence, knowing that life is supporting our highest good. We take inspired action while remaining flexible about outcomes, understanding that the universe often has even better plans than we could imagine. The key to maintaining trust lies in remembering past blessings. Each time life has worked out perfectly, even in unexpected ways, becomes evidence that strengthens our trust muscle. These memories serve as anchors during times when trust feels challenging, reminding us that life has always been trustworthy. As we deepen our trust in life, we'll notice that blessings begin to arrive with increasing speed and magnitude. What once seemed like occasional strokes of good luck transform into a steady stream of divine favor. Our experience of life becomes more miraculous, not because circumstances have necessarily changed, but because our trust has opened us to perceive and receive the endless flow of blessings that have always been present. Trust becomes our natural state, and in this state we discover that life has always been conspiring for our highest good. The acceleration of blessings becomes our normal experience, and we find ourselves living in a constant state of grateful anticipation for the next wonderful surprise life has in store for us. Every day brings new waves of unexpected gifts. Life is an endless stream of gifts, flowing toward you in every moment. Like waves breaking on the shore, blessings arrive continuously, each one unique and perfectly timed. When you attune yourself to this constant flow of goodness, you begin to notice the countless ways the universe conspires to delight and support you. These gifts come in infinite varieties, some grand and obvious, others subtle and mysterious. An unexpected check in the mail, a chance encounter that leads to an amazing opportunity, a kind word from a stranger just when you needed it most, or a moment of pure joy watching a sunset. The universe speaks in the language of gifts, constantly showering you with evidence of its boundless generosity. Developing gift consciousness transforms how you move through each day. Rather than pushing and striving, you begin to notice how life brings exactly what you need, often before you even realize you needed it. That perfect parking spot opens up just as you arrive. The exact book you've been seeking practically falls off the shelf into your hands. The right person calls at precisely the right moment. These aren't coincidences, they're confirmation of the endless flow of grace supporting you. Even challenges and apparent setbacks contain hidden gifts when viewed through this lens. That delayed flight that seemed so frustrating led to an inspiring conversation with a seatmate who became a valuable connection. The job that didn't work out made space for an even better opportunity. The universe's gifts often come cleverly disguised, revealing their true value only in hindsight. Living in gift consciousness means approaching each day with wonder and anticipation. What delightful surprises await you today? What unexpected blessings are making their way to you even now? This attitude of joyful expectancy actually amplifies the flow of gifts as you become more attuned to recognizing and receiving them. The gifts are always there. The only question is whether we're paying attention. A flower blooming in a crack in the sidewalk, a child's laughter carried on the breeze, the first sip of morning coffee, a moment of pure presence with a loved one. Life overflows with sacred gifts in every moment. When you slow down and open your awareness, you begin to see them everywhere. This constant flow of gifts reminds us that we live in an abundant, generous universe that delights in surprising us. There is no need to hoard or grasp or worry about whether there will be enough. The supply is infinite and endless. As soon as you receive and appreciate one gift, another arrives to take its place. Cultivating gratitude for this endless stream of blessings creates a beautiful cycle. The more you notice and appreciate the gifts, the more gifts you tend to receive. Your thankfulness signals to the universe that you're ready and willing to receive even more goodness. Each thank you becomes an invitation for additional blessings to flow your way. Every morning brings a fresh wave of possibilities, surprises and divine gifts waiting to be discovered. Today's gifts will be different from yesterday's, and tomorrow will bring its own unique blessings. This variety and unpredictability adds to the adventure and excitement of life. You never know what wonderful, unexpected gift might be just around the corner. The universe is infinitely creative in finding ways to bless you. Your job is simply to stay open, receptive, and grateful. Notice the gifts that are already present in your life. Appreciate the constant flow of grace supporting you, and trust that each new day brings fresh waves of unexpected gifts, custom, designed for your joy and highest good. Divine timing works perfectly for the beloved. There exists a divine orchestration in the universe that arranges events, opportunities, and blessings in perfect timing for those who recognize themselves as beloved. This sacred chronology operates beyond our limited human perspective, weaving together circumstances and synchronicities that serve our highest good. When we align ourselves with this divine timing, we begin to experience life as a beautifully choreographed dance of perfect moments. Many of us have been conditioned to force outcomes, push against natural rhythms, and demand immediate results. Yet divine timing invites us to release this struggle and surrender to a higher wisdom that knows exactly when and how to deliver our blessings. This doesn't mean passive waiting, but rather active trust in the unfolding of divine order. The universe operates with impeccable precision, bringing people, opportunities, and resources into our lives at exactly the right moment. What might appear as delays or setbacks from our limited perspective are often divine redirections guiding us toward even greater blessings. When we trust this process, we discover that everything arrives at the perfect moment, not too early, not too late. Living in alignment with divine timing requires a shift in consciousness from forcing to flowing. It means developing a deep trust that the universe is always working in our favor, even when appearances suggest otherwise. This trust allows us to remain peaceful during periods of apparent waiting, knowing that powerful forces are arranging circumstances for our highest good. Sacred time operates differently from chronological time. While we measure time in linear segments, divine timing flows in spirals and cycles, bringing us exactly what we need when we're truly ready to receive it. Often, what seems like a delay is actually a period of necessary preparation, allowing us to develop the capacity to fully receive and appreciate our blessings. The beloved ones understand that every moment is infused with divine purpose. They recognize that the timing of events in their lives isn't random but precisely orchestrated. This awareness allows them to move through life with grace, knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect divine order. They've learned to read the subtle signs and synchronicities that confirm they're in harmony with divine timing. When we embrace divine timing, we begin to notice the exquisite perfection in how events unfold. The person we needed to meet appears exactly when we're ready for that connection. The opportunity we've been preparing for manifests when we've developed the necessary skills and wisdom. The blessing we've been seeking arrives when we've cultivated the capacity to fully receive and appreciate it. This perfect timing extends beyond individual experiences to the collective orchestration of multiple lives and circumstances. Consider how many elements must align for certain events to occur. The precise coordination of people, places, and circumstances. Divine timing ensures that all these elements come together in perfect synchronicity for those who trust in this sacred order. Living in divine timing requires releasing attachment to specific time frames while maintaining unwavering faith in perfect outcomes. It means trusting that what appears as a not yet is actually protecting us from receiving something prematurely or guiding us toward an even better manifestation. The beloved ones understand that divine timing is always working for their highest good, even when it doesn't match their preferred schedule. As you embrace your identity as a beloved child of the universe, divine timing becomes your natural rhythm. You begin to flow with life rather than fight against it. You trust that every blessing, opportunity, and relationship will arrive at exactly the right moment. This trust allows you to live in a state of peaceful expectancy, knowing that the perfect timing of the universe is continuously working in your favor. You're blessed simply because you exist. The deepest truth about your existence is that you are inherently blessed, not because of anything you've done, achieved, or accomplished, but simply because you are. This fundamental reality often gets obscured by societal conditioning that ties worthiness to performance, achievement, or external validation. Yet, just as a flower doesn't need to justify its beauty, or a star doesn't need to explain its light, you don't need to validate your right to receive blessings. Your very presence in this universe is a miracle of astronomical proportions. The probability of your exact existence, with your unique combination of genes, experiences, and consciousness, is so infinitesimally small that mathematicians would consider it virtually impossible. Yet here you are, breathing, thinking, feeling, and experiencing life. This miracle alone is evidence of your blessed nature. The universe invested billions of years of evolution, countless cosmic events, and infinite combinations of circumstances to create you. Every ancestor in your lineage survived long enough to pass on their genes. Every challenge that could have prevented your existence was overcome. You are the product of an unbroken chain of success stories stretching back to the beginning of life itself. This magnificent orchestration wasn't random. It was the universe conspiring to bring you into being. Being blessed isn't something you need to earn or prove worthy of. It's your birthright. Just as a newborn baby is complete and worthy of love without having done anything to earn it, you are inherently deserving of all good things simply by virtue of existing. The universe doesn't make mistakes, and your presence here is intentional and purposeful. Consider how nature operates. A seed doesn't question whether it deserves to grow into a tree. A river doesn't wonder if it's worthy to flow to the ocean. The sun doesn't doubt its right to shine. These elements of nature simply express their inherent nature, and in doing so they bless the world around them. You are no different. Your natural state is to receive and express blessings. When you truly understand that you're blessed simply because you exist, it transforms how you move through the world. You stop trying to prove your worth or earn your blessings. Instead, you relax into a state of graceful receiving. This isn't ego or entitlement. It's simply aligning with the truth of your being. The universe is abundant, and you are a natural channel for that abundance. This understanding shifts you from a stance of pleading or bargaining with the universe to one of peaceful allowance. You don't need to beg for blessings or try to convince the universe that you deserve them. Instead, you can rest in the knowledge that blessings flow to you naturally, just as air fills your lungs without effort. Living from this truth doesn't mean you become passive or stop taking action in your life. Rather, your actions come from a place of inner certainty and peace instead of desperation or unworthiness. You move through life with grace, knowing that you're supported simply because you are who you are. Each morning when you wake up, remember this truth. You don't need to earn the sunrise, prove worthy of the air you breathe, or justify your right to exist. These are given freely, just as all blessings are available to you, simply because you are. Your existence is a miracle, your presence is a blessing, and the universe delights in showering you with grace, not because of what you do, but because of who you are.